Let's work on refining the upper body of the villain as she falls. So we have this complex spiraling action to deal with. But thankfully, it's only a few frames we'll need to clean up. The rest of the upper body looks great. So let's go ahead and study this. We'll bring back her controls and grab the center of gravity. And just so that this is not overwhelming, we'll take this a step at a time, meaning we'll first focus on her center of gravity. And then, after the upper body is good to go, we can start to clean up her appendages. So they're not interpenetrating, and so we get this really nice fluid twist. So again, the problem is on 22 and 23, but 21 and 24 look very nice. So to tackle this, what I like to do is go to the last in-between, which is on 23, and start to refine that using our local rotate tool. And being that we're animating frame by frame here, we don't have to be too concerned with what happens with our function curves. We want to be more concerned with what we see in the character's action itself. So looking at this twist and taking a look at her hips, on 23 we'd probably want to rotate more to the character's right, rotating upward. So we have the smooth transition from 23 to 24. So I might want to rotate her up a bit more on 23. Great. So that's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and take a look at this and another angle just to make sure we're happy with what we have. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's check out a top view. Okay. If anything, in the top view on 23, I might want to rotate her over the x-axis just a little bit. Think that'll work. All right, great. So now we can fix this very weird pose on 22 and have that blend nicely into 23. So let's take a look at her hips again. Figure out how the twist should happen. So it looks like here, taking a look at the character's hip control, looks like what we can do here is have the body kind of twist more upward in the y-axis on 22. So if we take a look at where the hips are on 21, and then on 23, what we'll need is then a nice in-between between those two frames. So we'll just continue to twist the body until we get that. All right, it's almost there. Now, her body moves down too fast on 22, so let's go ahead and just rotate it up. Great. So look at that. Let's go ahead and play this back. Notice how clean our twist looks now, and that hardly took any time. Beautiful. So, we can say that the upper body is good to go in the beginning of the character's fall. I'd say that looks really nice. Of course, we can go back and tweak the chest, possibly, and the hips also, but I'd say we can do that after we have finished the appendages, after we have managed to fix the interpenetration in the arms, and also after we've gotten a better flow in the legs, we can then go ahead and address the torso, address the hips. Might be able to do that at the same time we work on the arms. just to knock out two birds with one stone, as they say. But again, we should be very pleased with what we have now, and that hardly took any time to clean up. So sometimes, again, we have to animate frame by frame, but that's no problem at all, as long as we get the look we want. That's more important. So in the next lesson, we'll just continue to work on this twisting action of the villain.